Go to her right. Parthenos and then partners. Look north. And out and spread. Not are
I went the wrong way.
Can
Bad.
you bring us up? Probably doesn't matter at this point, yeah. But... Oh my god!
It worked. It
Oh
worked.
my god! Yo! You absolute mad girl! Alright, no, yeah, good call on not using the healer LB. Alright. Sure. I did not actually think the LB would do, like, she was at, like, 0.4%? 0.5? I guess that is very low, but I didn't think it would do that much of a percent.
It does quite a bunch.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it does enough.
I thought it does like 1%. Well,
Alright. Shall we just sally on ahead, or should I explain the maths, the Pangenesis, before we actually go?
Explain.
What?
Explain.
Explain.
explain the most
Okay.
simplest way.
Okay.
There's words or less.
there's a lot of math. Hug the right people, stand in the opposite towers multiple times in a row. So as it begins, yeah, we Hector says the order of the conga line that we form in the beginning doesn't super matter, as long as the tank who is going to soak the tank buster at the end is on the far right. So I'm presuming that's Gwen with home getting back up. I hope. And then everyone else just form up wherever. The debuffs are all randomly assigned, so I'm not sure we can, like, call for sure if we're going to be left or right or whatever until we actually get the debuffs. Because you might get a debuff that makes you go to the left side one run, and then the next run Gwen will get the right. Gwen will get the left side one. I don't know, bullshit like that. Okay. So when she starts casting Pangenesis, this is the conga line we're going to form in the center of the arena. Yeah. When she does the cast and assigns all of the debuffs, there will be 3 different possible number of stacks of unstable factor. You will either have none, 1, or 2 stacks. After we get assigned all of them to help organize everything, those with no stacks then step forward, those with 1 stack step backwards, and everyone else has 2 stacks, so they gather in the middle. There are 4 2 stacks, 2 1 stacks, and 2 people with 0 stacks, if I remember correctly. The idea of the merging is to summarize that gigantic wall of text in the debuff description. The simplest way to explain it is if 2 players with a different number of stacks merge, they will both lose 1 stack. So if 1 and 2 merges, the 1 will get rid of all their stacks, and the 2 stack will lose 1. If 2 and 0 merges, the 2 stack will lose 1, etc., etc. The goal is to get down to 0 stacks by the end of the mechanic. If you have any left, you will blow up and you will wipe us. And then while we're doing all that, light and dark towers are also appearing on the left and right side of the arena. And then further sets going in towards the center. They will have a light or dark base, but 2 markers inside them. That means they need to be soaked by 1 person who has the opposite colored debuff, and anybody else. Does not matter. Except it does with the strat we're using, but the idea is anyone can soak it with them. So, So we all get in our conga line, we all step forward or back, or gather in the middle. The first set of towers will appear on the left and right, light and dark. They can be either side. They can show up on either side. The people who take those initial towers are the people with no stacks, of which there are 2, and the people who have 2 stacks and the short timer of the debuff needed to soak the tower. Does that make sense? There are, in addition to the unstable factors, there will also be 2 lights and 2 darks assigned. And 1 pair of light and dark will have a 16-second timer, and the other pair of light and dark will have a 20-second timer. Yeah, I know, I'm sorry. I know, I wrote down an apology to you in the doc, specifically, for that. So, the first towers are taken by the people with no stacks, and the person and the opposite color debuff with a 16-second timer. Next, a set of 2 towers will appear next to the first towers, 2 towers each. They will always appear in a specific pattern. The towers on the north will be the opposite color of the first tower. The tower on the south will be the same color as the first tower. And then there is a third set of towers that drops. So after soaking the first tower, the first pair stays there for a little longer to make sure their unstable factors merge and reduce their stacks, and then they always move to the northern tower from their first tower. I did a 100-word summary, and now I'm going into the detailed summary. Shut up.
Okay, so the with the short color timer and the zeros will go to the correct tower soak, and then what are the other 4 people doing?
The other 4 people can actually pre-position to an extent. The south towers of the second set will be soaked by the people who have 1 stack and the longer timers of the appropriate opposite color debuffs. So as the 0 and shorter 2 timer are setting up on the far left and right, the 1 stack and longer timer can set up on the like a little southwest or southeast of them to prepare for when the next towers will drop. Second set of towers go off. Everybody stay together for another second for the stacks to merge. And then to figure out whether you continue on to the third set of towers, you check your debuffs. And in the process of all of this, these towers will assign one of the two players in them with the appropriate debuff. So light towers will apply a light aspect debuff, and dark a dark aspected. If you have that debuff, just move diagonally to the next tower in the third set. If you do not have a debuff, just move on. Nice. Yes. That's the purpose of the conga line. We make everyone stagger up into their groups, and then whoever ended up the leftmost goes to the left, and whoever ended up the rightmost goes to the right. And then all of the towers have been soaked, and everything is cool, except it isn't, because when certain people have their stacks reduced to 0, they shit out a slime where they were standing. I don't know why.
Ew.
Yeah. They will drop a slime where they were standing. If you do it all right, there will be 6 slimes at the end, and they will shoot out those grabbable tethers that Terra loves so much. The way it worked out is that everybody who had a stack of unstable factor is not able to safely take those tethers, which means the slime's responsibility are the people who began the whole thing with no stacks. So each person, same prioritization as before, leftmost 0 grabs the left, and rightmost 0 grabs the right. Each person grabs 3 of the tethers and moves to extremely specific spots on the arena. I am going to borrow 1 and 2 for a sec. Or you can do that. Yes. The rightmost 0 stack will grab the 3 tethers and take them up to where A is right now. And the leftmost 0 will take their 3 tethers over to where B is right now. While all that is happening, everybody else gathers right here, in this exact spot. Except for Gwen, who's going to stand here and pop their invuln. If everything goes right, then 3 slimes each will jump on A and B, do a giant explosion that we are all safe from down here. While those are exploding, she's casting Palladian Grasp, which is that double tentacle tank buster. So Gwen invulns, the person who is on A steps over the center line. Do not forget to step over on the center line, otherwise you will eat the tank buster. And that's basically it.
Why don't we run a practice? Let's all line up first.
Okay.
Right, I'm gonna give people debuff.
Sure,
Let's say the yellow marks are gonna be 0s, and then the purple marks are gonna be 1s. What are you gonna do?
Okay. The ones will step...
Short ones, sorry. Short ones. That's 3 just specified. Short ones and
Right,
0s.
Yes.
16-second debuff.
What is a short one?
16-second. If you have a light
You
or
have a
dark,
2 if you have a debuff. Is that correct?
Yes. If you only have one... if you only have one stack, then you don't have one of the tower seals until you start soaking them during the whole thing. The people who begin with the tower soaking debuffs have two stacks. Yes.
Short 2, not short 1. Sorry.
So what are you assigning us?
So purple, the chain marks, we're going to say is the short 2. Which is
short
basically
2.
you have a color and you have 2 of the merge debuffs, we're just going to call them, I guess. And then the yellows are going to be 0 debuffs.
Okay, so after she finishes casting Pangenesis, and we all get our debuffs, the people with 0 stack step forward. Not too far here, so that we don't pull her. Then there are people who have 1 stack. They need to take a step backwards. You did not assign the 1 stacks.
I volunteer.
Sure. Gwen and
Gwen
Dirk.
volunteers.
Yes. Gwen and Dirk
Wait.
volunteer to have 1 stack.
Oh, you guys are doing something else? Oh, never mind. Yeah,
I don't know what you're doing.
Okay.
doing Hector's, but whatever, anyway.
Ari, Fuyu, Kale. No, wait, no, sorry.
I stepped
Kyo,
forward. I
yeah,
don't want to step
yes,
too far.
yes. Fuyu, me, Kale, and Kyo. We all gather in the middle and wait for the towers to drop. If we have... Let's say that's white marks, not signs. Wait, shit.
There you go.
Yes.
2 pairs of everything.
Yes, anyone with 2 stacks gathers in the middle. And then if you have the shorter 2 timer, you split off and run to the first towers that appear. Like, let's say light is over here, I have the dark debuff, I step in there. The person... the leftmost 0 stack comes with me, so I think in that case... That is Taro. Yes. Okay. First towers drop. We've been standing there merging. Towers explode. They're soaked. We stand there a little longer. Our aspects merge. I lose a stack. Taro never had one to begin with. In this case, Ari, you would stack with Kyo and soak that tower with her. Since you have 0 stacks in this example. And then after that, second set of towers drops. The people who soaked the first ones just move directly into the northern towers of the 2 that dropped. And then the remaining 2s, Fuyu and Kale, you have the long 2s by process of elimination. So you come and stack with the people who have 1 stack. Kale, you would go with Dirk. And you soak the south towers of the second set.
And this would be respecting the color of your 2 debuff.
Yes.
So you'd go to the light or dark side, not left-right priority.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, the one stacks can go left-right priority, but the 2 stacks need to do the right colors. Okay. And then there are...
Not enough markers.
Yeah.
I know, slice of pig.
Yeah, this I will practice first. Or no. The first towers are long since gone, so yeah. That's not remotely straight. Whatever. I'm not remotely straight. Okay. At this point, third towers appear. Everybody checks their debuffs. I'm going to pretend that what did I start with? I got a dark tower. And then I stepped up into a light tower. And then I got a light... And then I got a light debuff. And which means there is a... The light tower is north and the dark tower is south over here. But since I have the light debuff, that means I have to soak the Darth Tower. So I do a cross. If you do not have the debuff, which in this example, Terra, you don't, you just move straight across into the one next to you, horizontal to you. And the same thing will happen with the next group. Kale and Dirk, one of you randomly gets a debuff and needs to cross diagonally. The other one of you just moves into the next one. Perfect. I see you dancing over there, but I'm assuming you got it. Ari, you are traveling with Kyo to the second set of towers. If you soaked the first tower, then you automatically soak the north one of the second towers. Yeah, and then after the second towers drop, check your debuffs. If you have the debuff, move diagonally. If you don't have the debuff, just move horizontally. And then everything's good, except we shit out a bunch of slimes along the way. And we have to deal with those. Does any of that make sense? Jesus Christ, I think that's like a 15-minute explanation. I apologize. I am very wordy. Let's see what we can do. And let's also see if we can remember caloric.
Aww.
Very close, though. Hang on. Because of my chair situation, I cannot actually type on my keyboard at a comfortable angle. So I'm gonna switch to my controller. Okay. It means I'm getting a cramp in my hand when I try to WASD. So to avoid a cramp in my hand, I'm going to play with a controller. I think I am pretty good at both.
Fair. I've never used a controller, so I would suck.
It definitely takes a learning curve, but I am crazy, and I did it. See, that's the weird thing. I actually think healing is easier on it. For reasons I will not get into right now.
I mean, you think it's easier for Astro to do it on a controller?
Astro? I don't know. Probably not. Dev seems to make it work.
Check that actually matters, to be honest.
Dev makes it work, but yeah.
Well, it makes it work, it's not meta.
Yeah. Are you fucking kidding me? My headset just died.
Suffer.
I can't hear shit.
Oh no.
East, west. Wait, is that a sound cue or is that a IQ?
Ring. Oh my god, this is so awkward. Why is everything falling apart for me right now? I'm gonna cry. screaming! I still can't hear shit! Hope we all remember how to do this. Group 1, group 2. And split.
Sorry.
Oh no.
Should probably make priorities for
Okay,
that.
It's
give me a second, please, while I plug in my headset to a fucking USB cable.
I believe it's was it front is melee? Tanks, healers ranged for the side.
Yeah, I
Part
should have
usually.
gone far.
And then for the north south, it's healers in the middle, and then light parties left, light party right.
Yeah.
So tanks
my-
and healers will be in the middle, left, right.
Oh my god, I can hear y'all again. Hold on. Game's not getting audio, though. Why is game not getting audio? What did game do? Game switched back to that, of course. There we go. Well. So when my headset ran out of battery, somehow that shut off the game audio to the stream as well. So that is just... So that part of the stream is now just utter silence. Okay. Let's try it again. That would probably get me copyright strikes on YouTube. I wish, though. That would be a really good, well, we're having technical difficulties, we'll be right back, sort of thing. DPS Southeast. Ring? on the continuous AoE. Guess that makes sense.
Oh, come on. Oh, it was good.
Yes, flow according to my design.
Gamers. Okay. Let's form some semblance of a conga line.
Oh.
Okay, 0 stack step forward, 1 stack step back.
I would be going to the right with whoever's there.
Oh wow, those drop pretty
Yeah.
soon.
Yeah.
Yep, okay. Not like caloric theory, we do not have a lot of time on that one. Okay, also, yeah, big raid white hit at the beginning of it. Need some mit, I guess. I could feint it. 5%.
I don't know if I've done that.
With that and the usual healer stuff, with Dark Missionary and the usual healer stuff, hopefully we're good. But I don't know.
I'll have Temperance up for that one. I just used it a little too early.
The problem is we're split when we take a huge amount of damage from.
Yeah. I used it for that part. That's why. And then it didn't last long.
At the
Then-
Ekpyrosis?
So it is not
or...
clear for me how we're going to heal everybody before Ultima.
Sprint to the middle. I don't fucking know.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're saying that. Yeah, I just missed
if you're
you and Ari with my heals.
I know. That's why I was like, I don't know. It is just the sprint middle for that one, since I need to save Temperance for right at the end of right before Ultima hits, so that it'll proc both on Ultima and the Pangenesis.
Yeah.
I can create worlds or unmake them. I will not be denied. Only I can guide this star to its rightful place. Emissions of the abyss, from infinite blackest night I summon you.
West East? West if you prefer? ring?
From base elements of greatness forged. A god will cannot be disobeyed.
I'm pretty good on controller. I missed an entire fucking half of my rotation first phase.
I'm sure they're optional.
Yeah. It's not like the DPS. It's not like the DPS check matters to right now. Oh, did I get a stack I wasn't supposed to? Or no?
You should know.
Yeah.
Ari, come here.
What? I think I'm supposed to get a kill.
No, you have the fire. How the
When those questions were fine.
I don't know.
how the fuck did that work? What?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Just roll with it.
Roll one with it.
Group 1, Group 2.
I'm gonna sprint mid when you can.
Yeah.
Ow.
The line.
Creation's force is mine to set.
Faint.
Alright.
Okay, 0 step forward, 1 step back.
Need a friend.
I forgot where to go. I found
Yeah.
one.
You go right. Since you were to right of me, since I was the other
Okay.
one, I go left side, you go right side. If you were on the leftmost, you would go left.
Okay.
And we could sort of play it by ear if we don't need to get into the
There
exact.
is no time, so you just have to know where to go.
Yeah.
For the light debuff people, they have to know where to go. For the people who have the 0s and 1s, they need to do the forward and back thing.
Hmm. I think I was your partner, Gwen. My bad. I was all the way over there because I thought I was soaking first tower.
You really don't have time. That's
You really don't have time. Also, 16 and 20 are not really far apart enough to like really mentally separate them.
And also, I think we should line up at A or around maybe D or B because we kind of go more south, right? And then the towers are like kind of up forward for some reason.
Yeah, they are. That's probably fine. I can't think of a reason why they wouldn't be.
I mean, we can line up a little closer to the like where it spawns to make it. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
That sounds good to me. Sounds like D. And then
I can create
Oop.
or unmake.
It's all good.
this will probably be the last pull too. So let's nature count.
Only I can guide its path with vitality.
PPS Southwest. I'm so sorry, Taro. I just memory hold that whole thing.
From base elements is greatness forged.
You got more heals?
Yeah, I got-
A god's will cannot be disobeyed. Misfortune hangs heavy on the rifle. Pour cover for when the heavens fall. The elements flow according to my design. The scores must be made anew.
What's up?
I can't read this.
Oh, do that, and then that, and then that, and then
Oh, you rest.
that.
You rest.
I rest heal. Sorry, I was trying to heal Ari right before she died. Almost died. Sorry. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Line up. Like D. Just kidding. Forget about that too. I have one. Blah blah blah. I come down. I go here. I
Okay,
stand here.
there's. Never mind.
I don't have. Well, yeah.
I don't know who you're gonna channel on.
I think it's too late.
God damn it, I went to the wrong side. Anyway.
I was just trying to read my debuffs to figure out what I do.
The number that Hector begins the timers is not the same number that the timers actually begin at. I said 16 and 20. They started at like fucking 20 and 24.
Oh.
I think you just gotta look at both and see which one's smaller.
Shorter, yeah. Just gotta think in terms of short and long versus 16 and 20. I am sorry.
Damn.
I can create worlds.
Use
Um,
lines.
About dodging the exaflares, it helps if you try to remember where the first one started, and then after you take your spread explosion, move back to where you know that spot was. And then you can try and move in there, but it's safest to wait there until the last one has gone. But also we do need to heal up, so yeah, it's tough.
There's some time before it, so you can wait for the last one and then run mid after.
Yeah. Yeah, sprint.
So the
Yeah,
safe
sprint
spot
meant
is
to be
where
safe,
the
but
initial, like, red circle is. The initial
Mhm.
red circle. That's where your safe spots are. And once like the last thing go, you just go mid, and then Try to heal.
Yeah. Are there any other questions before we call it? While we're in the instance?
After that mechanic, everything else is a variant of it, right?
Yes, Gwendolyn? You just wanted to say Q.
I forgot about that. No, Q's the next calorie.
Oh my god, I haven't even watched that far yet.
I forgot about that existence. Damn.
Yeah. Alrighty. Yeah. Well, let's see if we can get Pangenesis on Tuesday. Before we start worrying about Q. Right. I am dead. I'm going to hop off the computer and start hoping that technology stops breaking around me.
Is chair technology?
Close enough.